Friends in Jesus Christ, today I like to give you the parish update. And as a faithful Catholic of this parish, we should know where we stand and what we have and what we don't have. Okay? So it is good to know, and it is your right to know also, in fact. So I want to give you where we stand. Okay? So here comes Deacon Mike. He will give us more information regarding our parish.
This is the Future of St. Thomas, the parish update, which you all are entitled to on a regular basis. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds too much because we only have a few moments and I don't want to keep you for more than 5 or 6 minutes. The full financial picture and everything about what I'm talking about today will be on our parish website, so you can go there for more details, I think effective tomorrow afternoon. So the numbers you're about to see and we're talking about are from 2018 through 21, but we took out the COVID period of 2020 because it skewed the numbers and didn't give us a pure financial picture. So what has happened? The growth in our parish has gone from 756 families to 1,170 families in a period of about 5 years. And that's an increase of 414 families. And we are growing. We get 1 to 2 families a week that register with us. Now, the offertory has gone up about 6.5%. Unfortunately, the expenses are going up faster than that. So the parish savings account has been hit quite often over the last 4 or 5 years, and it has begun to dwindle down. Luckily, our offertory is now climbing, and the parish savings account has stabilized. So we hope that we can begin to add money back as the Parish Finance Council decides what we can do. The Diocesan, let me tell you about the Diocesan Advancement Foundation. We are working with them. That was a foundation set up by Bishop Olson to work with the parishes in the Diocese of Fort Worth. There's about 91 parishes. And what they do is they give us financial projections. They help us to take the pastoral council and father's vision for the future of St. Thomas and to do projections so that we can decide, can we afford what we're talking about doing? Will our growth in families be there? They do surveys in the area. They're very, very helpful. In addition to that, Bishop Olson, who you know has been here a couple of times, who absolutely loves St. Thomas, he's told me that more than once. He has been very gracious to offer us assistance. The last time he was here, he spent about 3 hours with us and said, "How can I help you?" So we told him how he could help us. First of all, we said the debt that we have, which began at $4.7 million, has been reduced over the last few years to $3.5 million roughly. And we said the monthly amortization of the loan is painful because it's $45,000 a month. We barely bring in $50,000 or $60,000, so it's hard to operate a parish of this size on about $15,000 a month. So what we have asked him to do is to give us interest only for a period of 1 year at a time, and he's willing to extend that out as long as we need it while we're kind of doing this planning and projecting and trying to figure out where we're going as a parish. He has also said that perhaps once we get a grasp on where we are and where we're going and how many families and see the projections, which are moving in a positive direction, so that's pleasing to both the Advancement Foundation and Bishop Olson, that we could re-amortize our debt so that it's not a 10-year amortization, but possibly move it to 20 or 25, which will bring that $45,000 nut every month down to maybe 20 or 25, which is doable for us. So we have done advanced forecasting. We began this process with the approval of Father Benjamin, and we have formed several committees. These were formed back in May, so they've been working for you this whole time. We formed a building committee, which is looking at the needs of our parish rectory, parish hall with a kitchen. The stewardship, which as you know is time, talent, and treasure, will help guide us in all of that. The events committee, that's the committee that puts on all the big events, the parish festival, the family nights out, those sorts of things. We have a development committee that's going to work with all of us to try and help us understand the financial needs and where we can help meet the financial needs of the parish. And the communications committee, which for your benefit is going to do a much better job at communicating these details to you on a regular basis. These committees have been meeting bi-weekly. They've been working very hard with the Advancement Foundation and the bishop to make all this transpire. So we need to work together. We need to look at those survey results that you gave us. This is what you told us you wanted. You said 67% of you said we need a parish hall. I agree. We do funerals and weddings and quinceañeras, and the people have to leave and go find venues outside of this campus to have their meal afterwards, especially the funerals. It's so sad to tell people, you know, I'm sorry we don't have a place or a kitchen for you to come back to, and they go rent a hall somewhere or go to someone's home. And so that parish hall is a vital need for, and just after every Mass, to keep people here for coffee and donuts so that you can get to know each other and build community. 39% of you said we need more adult faith formation. We're doing a great job. RCIA and RCIA Adapted and the children's faith formation, it's huge. It's over 100 now participants on Sundays and Monday evenings, and it's growing. We'll probably end up with about 110 to 120 people in that program. 30% of you said we need a rectory on site. We agree, the bishop has agreed, so we sold Father Ben's home. He is now homeless, looking for a place to live. So with him and, again, the Advancement Foundation and Beverly and some of the people here, the building committee, they are scouring the neighborhood for a place for him to live so that we can have him close to the parish, but then begin to talk about building a rectory somewhere back here on the 10 or 15 acres we have behind this church. The other thing Bishop Olson said he could do, now typically parishes have to pay their debt off before they can even begin to think about building a new building. He sees the need here, and he said you need to take care of what you have, and then you need a parish hall very badly, and we need a rectory. He said, I tell you what, we'll do a 50-50. That's not a raffle. What he said we will do is for every dollar you raise, you can put $1 towards the debt, and another dollar you raise will go to your parish dreams, which is our rectory, our parish hall. He hasn't done that for many parishes, but he sees the need here, and he sees the growth and the vitality of this parish family. He also, again, as I mentioned earlier, is willing to work with us on our amortization, which will help us dramatically. So what's next? We promise you regular parish updates. The stewardship of the parish is good, and we are in dire need of you. These committees that were formed in May, they're working tirelessly, and they're really getting, 20% of the people do a lot of the work around here. So pray that and find out if you want to join one of those committees. You're more than welcome. This is not an exclusionary thing. We need more people to come forward and to be part of those committees and guide us in what we're doing. You're going to see Give and Grow in Christ. That will be our campaign development, and stewardship is working on that, and you'll be seeing more and more. That was part of the 1 hour that you see in the back, giving at least 1 more hour of your time each month and 1 more hour of your earnings to help us meet these needs and pay off our debt. So what part will you play? Prayerfully consider those committees. It's kind of like with God's grace. The more you give that grace to others, the more you get. Stewardship, discipleship works the same way. The more you give to your brothers and sisters here at this parish in Christ, the more joy, the more happiness, the more you will get. You'll get far more than you ever give. And so prayerfully decide how you can help. I would like to have, you can rent or you can own a house. It's so much better to own, because then, with ownership comes those privileges. And so we hope that you will prayerfully consider how you want to benefit yourselves and your brothers and sisters here at St. Thomas the Apostle. Thank you for listening.